Hi, it's Sarah from Sacred Tree. I want to talk about seaweed today. I love seaweed. A lot of people don't love seaweed. It's like beets. It's like a love-hate relationship. I'm not sure why. I love seaweed. It does kind of smell like the sea. You kind of have to like the sea and the things that come from the sea to like seaweed. But I want to reform that thought in your head, because I could be adding seaweed to a soup, say, and some people be like, "Oh my gosh, this soup, there's just, what is that flavor?" Well, it's seaweed. Well, I don't like seaweed. It's kind of like mushrooms too. I add mushroom powders to my soups too, and it just adds this level of flavor that, you know, it's just like, what is that? And some people might not even like seaweed or mushrooms, and they like the soup. So I'll show you my bone soup recipe here. And this is how I get a lot of seaweed in my diet, is I put it in soups. I sprinkle them in salads, tuna salad, chicken salad, any kind of salad, sprinkle them on a sandwich. I really love this bone soup recipe. So this one has burdock root, nettles, 14 mushroom blend, astragalus, and the seaweed blend that I make here. And the seaweed blend that I make here, oh, I already put it away, is sea lettuce. It's a sea lettuce, it's a kombu, wakame, nori, kelp, and dul. So it's six different types of seaweeds that I put in here. And I have people just sprinkle it on things. I also tincture seaweeds if people really don't like the flavor of it and they just balk at it. But I really feel like they need to get the seaweed, then I do tincture it so they can just, put a little water and just take a little of it every day. But I really want to try to convert people into eating more seaweed, because it is one of these nutritionally dense foods that is important for the body. And how is it important for the body? Well, seaweed contains a lot of minerals, but it also contains a lot of iodine. Now, there's different types of seaweed that I'm going to talk about today. But essentially what they can do for you is give you those minerals, those trace minerals, and the iodine that your body needs to function. Now, iodine in particular is for the thyroid. This is this butterfly organ that sits right about here, right over the throat chakra. And so this is our seat of communication. And a lot of women have thyroid issues. Now, there's an interplay with estrogen with thyroid issues as well. So the things that can set you up for thyroid problems, and in particular hypothyroid, which is a low functioning thyroid, which is what we see mostly out there in our population, and the interplay with the estrogen. So women who have been on birth control for a long time, we tend to get thyroid problems. I see a lot of women right after they give birth, all these hormones floating around in the body, and then all of a sudden there's no more, and there's not a lot of those hormones anymore because the baby is born, and then they get this thyroid problem. What else can set you up for thyroid problems is pituitary issues, but also stress. Stress is a huge component in low thyroid function. So depending on what's going on in your body, that's really what, where I can come in. I can try to hone in on the issue, but getting the seaweed in your diet is very supportive to that organ, and it's going to supply the iodine that your thyroid needs to function. And so today I thought I would just show you the different types of seaweed. Now, the reason why I'm talking about it today is because I just received this beautiful batch of seaweed from Maine Seaweed, and it's an outfit in Maine who they harvest this wonderful seaweed from the cold Atlantic Ocean. And they just do a wonderful job. So this is their dulse, and it's freshly dried, and it's this beautiful texture, and the taste is amazing. You just pull off a little piece and just munch on it if you want to. And it's slightly salty, but again, all seaweeds are high in minerals, and what that's going to do for your nervous system, your endocrine system, all your systems, especially liver, and how your liver detoxes. It's good stuff. A lot of people are low in minerals because of lack of assimilation in the gut, low stomach acid. But if you're getting, especially if you put it in soup, that is like a tea, essentially. a decoction. So it's a concentrated form, and when you infuse it in the water and you ingest it, it's like drinking a tea. Your body doesn't really have to break it down. It goes right into your body. So it's an easy way to get your minerals. So I got some dulse from Maine Seaweed. I also got some kelp. This is the kelp, and this is like a nice little ribbon. It's kind of hard, but once you add water to it, it will expand a little bit and just infuse in that soup water. And this is the what is this one? This is their soup mix. And the soup mix contains it's a 60% digitata kelp and 20% saccharina kelp and 20% alaria. And then I got alaria separate because I like to try them separately. And what else do I have here? Digitata, dulse, and what I carry also in the shop is the sea lettuce, wakimi, and kelp, and nori. Now nori, I put my jars over here. Hold on. Nori you might be familiar with because nori is often used in the Japanese food genre. They roll the hand rolls with nori. And this is in flake form, so you can sprinkle it on anything, essentially. And this one's the sea lettuce. Now, sea lettuce is super savory. It's actually my favorite to add to foods because it has a little milder taste. So sea lettuce, nori, wakimi, kombu, dulse, digitata, alaria. I mean, and there's bladderwrack too, which I actually don't eat bladderwrack. I use that more therapeutically because bladderwrack is very fishy. And you've probably seen bladderwrack on, if you go to the beach. It's the stringy one with the little bladder on it. You probably have picked it up and chucked it, if you're at the beach sometimes. That's bladderwrack. That's really excellent for its iodine content as well. So we're supporting the thyroid, we're supporting the endocrine system, we're supporting the musculoskeletal system, we're supporting every system when you eat seaweed. It is a very nutritionally dense food. You can put it in, like I said, you can put it in soups and salads. I sprinkle it on everything, and try it. It's an excellent way to get your nutrition. And, sometimes it isn't about drinking a tea. Sometimes it's about getting foods in your diet every day that support your body. When you pick up food, you want to ask yourself, how is this going to serve me today? And you might say, screw it. I don't care how it serves me. I like the flavor of this beautiful cranberry lemon whatever cake. And that's fine too. But, consider eating more foods that support the body. But you want it to taste good. So I just implore you to try the different types of seaweed, try different ways to get it into your diet, and support the body and the processes the body has. And so again, support the body with seaweed and all the minerals that is contained in there. And come to Sacred Tree and I can help you eke it all out and hopefully get you to like seaweed. Thanks for watching and have a great day.